All right, I had a chance to be out at BYU football practice on Wednesday when BYU opened up camp. We will be back out there later on this afternoon, so looking forward to being back out there and passing along what I learned on a future edition of the podcast. But on Wednesday, after practice ended, I had a chance to sit down, I guess not really sit down, but chat with Darius Lassiter, BYU wide receiver. There was some question if his eligibility was going to be intact for this season. He addresses that. He talks about the wide receiver position group as a whole, his personal goals, everything that he wants to do as a BYU Cougar in his time remaining in Provo. We talked about it, all of it, right here, exclusively on the Locked On Cougars podcast. How do you feel as training camp gets underway here?
I feel great. Body feels great. I feel like I was moving great out there, even with the weight that I put on during the summer. Everybody's out there having fun today. A lot of receivers, everybody made plays. Jojo, Chase, Kody, Keelan, Parker. So it was just great to have everybody out here again.
Now, you had some question about your eligibility during the spring. Are you happy that it worked out the way it did?
Yeah, most definitely. Anytime you kind of get a chance to come back with this group of guys, you cherish those moments. I knew that's something I was going to miss the most. I know it's a game, but the bonds and relationships that you make, that's what makes it better.
When it came to your decision to come back, was it unfinished business? What was the whole thought process with pursuing that extra year?
I just felt like it's a lot of left work out there that I can do. I knew that I didn't even touch how good I could be or even come close to that potential. I was learning a new system and things like that, so I feel like me having that spring under my belt, I know the offense is way better now. I feel like I can teach the new guys, the young guys, even Kody and Chase that have been here for a while. So I feel real comfortable here.
Are you enjoying, because I'm assuming you've kind of stepped into a little bit of a leadership role here, are you enjoying that kind of upperclassman role now?
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like that's something that's kind of like, that's just kind of in me. I kind of just want to see guys be better because it's not going to just help me, it's going to help the team. When everybody can play at the best of their levels, the ceiling is the sky's the ceiling for us. And so I just feel like if I can be a leader to everybody else, that everything can go rolling.
What lessons did you learn from year one in the Big 12?
I just feel like you gotta have a dog mentality. You gotta come out every play, and you gotta go out there and want to win. You want to go out there and work. Everybody else want to go out there and go to the next level and compete at a high level. I feel like the Big 12 is doing that, especially adding the new teams. I feel like we have one of the best conferences in the nation. So I feel like you gotta have that mentality that I'm gonna work whatever and whenever. Nobody got to see me working. It's just gonna happen.
What did you work on most during the summer, like in terms of your skill set?
My skill set, off the field wise, I just wanted to get bigger, stronger, faster. Okay. Those are things that you always need as well, especially playing in this conference. I got to go down there and block DN sometimes and linebackers. So I feel like now that I put on weight, I'm at 214 now. So okay. I feel good running around. And then on the field wise, just transition out of breaks and route running. If you can master the art of route running. That's all you really need. Everybody can have speed, but at the end of the day, you got to run routes.
You said 214 in terms of your weight. Where were you at last year as compared to?
I was about 205.
Okay, so about 10 pounds.
Yeah, 10
give
pounds.
Or take. Now, in terms of your mindset, do you have the mindset that you can come in and emerge as the number one this year?
I feel like any of us have that mindset. I think you need that. I feel like that's gonna carry you a long way. But most definitely, I feel like I can come out here and be the guy. Chase was the guy last year. Keelan can pop off and be the guy. Kody could be the guy. He was the guy 2 years ago. So I feel like we had the guys in the room that anybody can be the number one guy this year. My main focus is just keep building each day. So just to prove to everybody around here that I'm somebody that you can rely on.
Yeah, here's the inevitable question. It's a cute quarterback battle going on. How's it been working with Jake and Gary in particular?
It's been amazing working with them. Just seeing them two just bring out the best in each other. I feel like that's going to just help us. When you have two guys that want to compete at a high level, that want to go out there and win for the team, both vocal leaders as well. So it's just great having two of those guys around. Each one bring their own kind of game to the team. So I'm excited to see which one brings it out.
What's the biggest difference between the two, if there's anything?
I feel like it's a lot of throws that Jake can make with his arm. He can throw the sidearm, all the Patrick Mahomes,
different angles
and everything like that. And then I feel like Gary's ability to extend plays and then also launch the ball down the field, especially now that he got the spring under his shoulders, and then his shoulders feeling the best it's ever been since he's been here. So he's been looking great, especially through the summer. We were just running around, just throwing with him. Now
you obviously played with him during the spring. We talked to him at the end of spring, and he talked about the fact that he hadn't been really he felt like let it really rip in terms of being able to really kind of throw heavy.
Is it different now with his arm?
Oh yeah, most definitely. You can definitely feel the impact when you catching it now. When we first came back in the summer, I was like, okay, he put a little oil on the shoulder now.
Okay. In terms of just looking ahead to training camp, what are you looking forward to accomplishing over these next 3 to 4 weeks?
Just to bring out the best, and not myself, just my teammates as well. Mm-hmm. I feel like what everybody needs is leaders on the team. Leaders is gonna bring the team together. The players, this is the players' team, so the coaches might coach us, but at the end of the day, it falls down on the players. So the more that we can bring each other together and compete at a high level, I feel like that's only going to help us August 31st.
Now, there was a video during the offseason, the strength staff chirping at you guys about, we want to go 5-7 again, keep doing. Has that been kind of a talking point all offseason long?
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like that kind of left a bad taste in everybody's mouth, especially after the Oklahoma State game. Yeah. We knew that we didn't play our best at all, but we still found a way to keep games close. Not saying that we like that at all. We want to win at the end of the day, but it's a lot that we can build on and improve. But it's a lot of stuff that we didn't do that we also learned from. So I feel like everybody was eager to get here. I could tell that from the first team meeting when we first got back in January. Everybody was hungry. Everybody wants to go out here and work. We got something to prove. Not a lot of people believe in us, but everybody in here on this team believes, and so that's all that we need.
What's your confidence level that this team can be one of those, quote, surprise teams?
I wouldn't say it's a surprise to us. We know what we did the whole summer, winter as well. We know the work that we put in. We know how hard the strength staff pushed us. People might see the videos on Instagram and whatnot, but we was the ones in here working. We was the ones in here hurting, pushing, and trying to come out here and be better, because we know that 5-7 feeling, that's not something that you want. You want to go bowling. You don't want to go home before December. So everybody's in here. We're hungry. We're just ready to go.
Last thing for me is, what's the messaging been from the coaching staff going into the season?
Just to let the outside noise, just to let them talk. We don't gotta feed into that. Everybody know the type of players that we have on this team, the type of coaches. Whether you might hear something bad on the internet or not, talking about OC receivers, whatever it might be. We know we trust A-Rod. He's been doing this for a very long time. So a lot of stuff that he does and that people don't see, they just kind of put the blame when we kind of lose and things like that. But I trust Coach A-Rod with my career. That's where I signed here, so I believe in this team.
That's the man, the myth, the legend, Darius Lassiter, and you can tell he is highly, highly motivated to get it right in his final season in a collegiate uniform. He's got a lot of things going for him. He has a father who played at the professional level. He's got brothers who are currently at the professional level, and you can tell that he has got a lot going for him in terms of what he wants to accomplish as a BYU Cougar this fall. I'm really excited to see what Darius does in a BYU uniform, and I really hope he's able to accomplish everything he hopes to accomplish, because I know that he's got an overarching goal of getting to the NFL. And I believe, based on people I have heard, our practice insiders, I like to talk about them all the time, multiple of them have said, Jake, watch out for Darius. He looks as good as ever. And you heard him talk about the fact he's packed on nearly 10 pounds. He's worked on his speed, his route running, getting in and out of his breaks when it comes to running those routes. He has done everything, I think, to set himself up for success this fall. And barring something unforeseen, it sure feels like he is ready to rock and roll. And I think that would have a very, very positive impact on BYU if he accomplishes everything that he has set out to accomplish for himself, and more importantly, for BYU as a program overall.